is Katya, and I'm a first-year PhD student at Harvard. I won the green card lottery 2 years ago, and now I am a US permanent resident. And in this video, I wanted to share a step-by-step guide on how to apply for the green card lottery and what to do if you are selected. So if you are interested in immigrating to the US, then please continue watching. So what is a green card? Green card gives you permanent residency in the US, which means that you can live and work here permanently. There are up to 55,000 green cards allocated for the green card lottery each year. The green card lottery officially is called the diversity visa program. Millions of people apply each year, and then the US Department of State randomly selects individuals among the qualified entries. The diversity visa program is designed for people who are from countries that historically had low rates of immigration to the US. So now let's talk about the eligibility criteria, what you need in order to apply for the lottery. First of all, you should be from a country that historically has low immigration rates to the US. The list of countries that are eligible this year is shown on the screen. This list changes slightly from year to year, and you should visit the official website for more information. The second criteria is that you must have a high school education or its equivalent. Sometimes this requirement can be replaced with relevant work experience. That's all you have to have in order to apply for the green card lottery. The criteria though might change from year to year, so you should definitely visit the official website for more information. Also note that if you are an international student in the US, so for example you're on an F1 visa, you study in college, you are eligible to apply for the green card lottery as long as you are from a country that historically had low immigration rates to the US. Also, if you're married, then you and your spouse can submit separate applications. If one of the spouses is selected, then the other one will be qualified as a dependent to get the green card. Now let's talk about the timeline. This year, the deadline to submit the application is November 8th, 2023, and you can check your results between May 4th of 2024 and up until September 30th of 2025. Basically, the results will be released in May, and you should check the results in May. And then if you're selected, you will need to complete your green card application between October 1st of 2024 and September 30th of 2025. In other words, you will need to complete your application within 1 fiscal year, and if you don't do it within that time frame, you lost your opportunity to get the green card. So what do you need to apply? The application itself is very simple. You will need to submit an electronic application on the official website. Here is the link. And you will need to include some basic information about yourself, like your name, where you're from, your age, stuff like that. And you will need to attach your photograph. On the screen, I put the requirements for the photograph. These requirements include the fact that this photograph must have been taken within 6 months of your application, and it should be in JPEG format and be at least 600 by 600 pixels in size. And the application itself is free. Let me show you how the application looks like so you can get a feel for it. So you start by inputting your name. So maybe you put something like this. If you have a middle name, you should put your middle name. Then you select your gender, your birth date, city where you were born, country where you were born, and then you'll need to upload a photograph. And then you put your mailing address. Country where you live today is, so if you are an international student who study in the US, you would put United States as the country where you live today. Put your phone number, and then you put your email address. And then what is the highest level of education you have achieved as of today? So if you're in college, you would put probably high school degree. If you graduated college, you would put a university degree. The next question is you need just put whether you're married or not, and then the number of children, and that's pretty much it. That's the whole application. So as you can see, it's very easy. Once you double check that all of the information is correct, you can just hit submit and you'll enter the lottery. After submitting the application, you will be assigned a confirmation number, and you should save this number for your future reference because you will need to use it in order to access the results of this lottery in May. And as I said, after you submit the application, then the US government conducts a random computer-generated selection process, and the results are usually announced in May. Note that you will not get any email notification or any kind of mail reminding you to check the results. So you are responsible for checking the results yourself. So is it guaranteed that you're going to get a green card if you are selected in the lottery? The answer is no. There are more selectees than there are available green cards. So usually there are maybe 100,000 selectees and only 55,000 green cards, which means that not everyone is going to get a green card. The reason why the US Department of State selects a few times more people than there are available green cards is because many people who enter the lottery and win the lottery never proceed with the application. And so statistically, maybe half of the people don't proceed, and therefore the US Department of State selects more people to ensure that all of the 55,000 green cards are used in a given year. It's also possible that the Department of State might run out of visas before the end of the fiscal year. So maybe you were selected, but then your green card interview is at the end of the fiscal year, and it's possible that by that time there are no green cards available anymore, so you won't get a green card in that case. But it doesn't happen that often, so you should be fine. What happens after you're selected? After you're selected, you will need to submit a green card application, and the forms that you will need to submit differ based on whether you are applying while you are outside of the US or if you are already in the US. Most people who are selected in the green card lottery are outside of the US, in their home countries usually, but there is a small number of people, for example international students, who are already in the US on some kind of non-immigrant visa, and then they would be adjusting their status in the US, and the process is slightly different. So if you're outside of the US, among other things, you will need to submit the S-260 form, and then you'll need to go through an interview at the US embassy or consulate. And if you're in the US, then you will go through a process called adjustment of status, and you'll need to submit a form called I-485. You'll also need to do a medical exam and do your biometrics, and then eventually go through an interview as well. And the interview is conducted at a local branch of USCIS. Suppose you completed this process, you applied for the lottery, you were selected, you went through the whole green card application process after that, and you got the green card. When should you move to the US after obtaining the green card? You must enter the US before the expiration date written on your diversity visa. Usually it is within 6 months after you were approved. You should come before then. So now let me talk about some details when you go through the adjustment of status process. So once again, the adjustment of status process is for people who are physically present in the US when they apply for the green card. So for example, if you're a student here, then you would be going through the adjustment of status process. And this process is conducted by USCIS. I went through this process myself because I was an international student on an F1 visa in college when I was selected in the lottery. So let's talk about the cost of the green card application when you're doing adjustment of status. So you'll need to submit form I-485, and you'll need to pay $1,140 as a processing fee. Then you'll also need to do a medical exam, which costs around $200. And you'll also need to do a biometrics appointment, which is another $85. Finally, you will also need to pay the diversity visa processing fee, which is $330. So in total, the application costs around $1,755. The application timeline looks roughly like this. So you first pay your diversity visa application processing fee. We usually do it using a money order. Then you do your medical exam. After that, you fill out your I-485 form and mail it to USCIS along with your supporting documents, like a copy of your birth certificate, passport, maybe your high school diploma and stuff like that. Then you do a biometrics appointment, and finally the last step is to go through the interview. If your interview was successful, you'll be approved pretty much the same day or maybe the next day, and you will get your green card mailed to you maybe in a week or something like that. Also, if there are any delays in the processing of your application, there is a very helpful resource that you can use, which is you can reach out to a local congressperson office and they can communicate on your behalf with USCIS. Some helpful resources that I definitely recommend using if you are going through the lottery application process or once you were selected. First of all, it's a YouTube channel called Brit Simon. This channel is exclusively dedicated to the green card lottery, and it covers pretty much every step of the application process for the lottery itself and also once you are selected. I definitely recommend watching those videos. And there is also an extremely helpful forum for people going through the adjustment of status process. It contains all of the details on how to apply, and you can ask questions there as well. It's also super helpful because people post their timelines there as well. So they might post information about when they did their biometrics appointment, when they did their interview, when did they get their green card. So you can roughly see the timeline and understand how fast the applications are being processed. And it's very helpful. So I definitely recommend checking both of those out. I will leave the links in the video description. So let me now answer some questions I received on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, please feel free to follow me. I post there much more frequently than I do on YouTube, and you can ask me questions there. So the first question is, what address should I put on my application if I'm currently studying in the US? For the mailing address, you can put your mailbox or the address that you use to get mail while you're in college. Is the process the same for people from different countries? The application process is exactly the same regardless of your home country. Does education level affect one's chances? No. According to the official website, the selection process is random, and so the education level shouldn't affect your chances. The last question I received was how to read the bulletin. So let me tell you about it. So if you are selected in the lottery and you apply for the green card, the processing of the green card applications is organized by the case number, and you'll be assigned the case number if you are selected in the lottery. The lower your case number is, the earlier your application will be processed during the following fiscal year. And the visa bulletin is for you to know when you can file your application based on your case number. So if you open the visa bulletin, which is released monthly, and if you scroll until almost the very end, you will see the cutoff numbers for the next month. And so suppose you are from Europe and your case number is below 5,000. This means that you will be able to file your application starting anytime in November. If your cutoff number is higher than 5,000 and you're in Europe, then you will need to wait until maybe the next month or the month after, and basically check the visa bulletin again to figure out whether or when you can apply. I will link all of the resources that I mentioned in the video description. I truly hope that this video was useful and you feel less confused about the whole application process. Best of luck if you're applying for the lottery this year, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section down below. I will see you very soon. Bye!